There are a lot of things that are contagious. Things like the flu, well, you want to avoid those. But other things, like laughter or a positive attitude, those are things you want to catch because they contribute to your health and happiness. At New Stanton Assembly of God, people seem to have caught something, and it seems to be contagious. Over the past several years, our church family has grown dramatically. Lives are being changed, families are being restored, and people are discovering how to connect with God in ways that they never imagined. At New Stanton Assembly of God, people are experiencing the joy of new beginnings. This year, we are launching a new growth initiative called Contagious. Over the next couple of weeks, you're going to hear some stories from folks from within our church family. Here is Shannon Landa. Listen to her story.
The Holy Spirit showed me this church on the hill. See, God knew my heart. I needed to know the truth. Did He really love me or not? I felt unworthy. To ask anything of God because of who I was and the horrible sins that I had done. The church on the hill I drove by almost every day. I felt a strong desire just to drive up for some reason. I ignored the desire, the attraction for a long time. I had been to some other churches before, but I never felt the drawing to any other as I did for this one. I felt that God was calling me to here, and I didn't want to answer Him. I just knew I was going to be judged in the worst way. I kept crying out to God. My heart was so broken without Him. But I was so scared to face Him. I began to drive up the driveway to New Stanton Assembly of God and then back down almost every Sunday. I did this for months. One day I parked in the back of the lot, staring at the doors, debating whether I should go in or not. I felt impending judgment at just the thought of entering. Then my son said to me, "Not this again. Are we going in or not?" I said, "I don't think so." And then he answered me again, "We're not leaving this time. I'm going in." My heart started pounding. I couldn't even breathe. So he got out. I told him to get back in the car. He said, "No, I'm going in. I'm tired of driving up and down this driveway." So I watched him walk across the parking lot, me right after him. So I went in. The Holy Spirit was convicting me as soon as I walked in, but I held it together. I was greeted with such warmth and smiles. During the worship, my heart was crying out. I just wanted to break down and fall on my face before God and tell Him I was unworthy to be saved. I said to Him, "I have done some awful things. I don't deserve your love." My mind was talking to Him, and my heart longed for His forgiveness. Pastor was preaching about God's love that day, and how He loved me so much, He sent His Son Jesus. I had to leave the service because I was about to break down and cry uncontrollably. I didn't want anyone to know what a huge disappointment I was to God and a huge sinner. It took a few more times in church before I actually could believe God wanted me to come back to Him and that Jesus was the way back. I rededicated my life to Him. And here's where my journey at the New Stanton Assembly of God begins.